I do. Yeah, let's delve into the graphic of. Let's keep delving into all this.
I wonder when listeners will realize that we are actually AI. That's why we're using delve so much.
So this is pretty cool. Months of inventory. If you look at how much inventory we have going back to 2018, like it's staggering the amount. We had over 7 months of inventory back in 2018 in January, falling, kind of in a similar pattern year over year, but much less, over the pandemic times. But what we are seeing this year, so let's look at it this way. You can see the graph, the purple line is 2018. The teal line is 2023. So if you look at that, 2023, right now we're at 4.8%, 4.8 months on market, of months of inventory. Excuse me. Where am I going with this? Months of inventory. So that is the highest since 2018 that we've had for months of inventory. And this is, keep in mind, this data is all Greater Ottawa. So this goes Hawkesbury to like Deep River, Cornwall, etc. But as a general overlook of Greater Ottawa, that's high. Now, I expect that to go up to about 5.5 in November. That's my prediction. And then maybe up to 6 in December, which will match 2018. So I wanted to show this today because of what I keep saying is there's two things. Best 4 months of the year to buy. Best 3 months would be November, December, January. More opportunities in terms of everything. In terms of sellers, reason to sell or urgency to sell. They just, people want to sell when they're selling in the winter. They want to go. Better negotiation for the buyer. And that's where we're at. And that's what happens with a lot of people come on the market in the fall because fall is usually a little bit hotter. And if they can't get it done, it spills over into the winter. And then, they're ready to go. And the ones that come on in the winter, they're, they know what they're getting into. They don't want to wait till spring. They don't need to wait till spring. They have to move. So winter in Ontario, winter in Ottawa is a great time to buy, especially for a first timer. So if you're approved and what you can do, I'd say it's a good time. And again, I will state that this is based on planning on staying 5 years or more in that property.
Mm-hmm. And I think to that note, there was a good CTV article that came out Friday talking about and illustrating, number one, the average price point of properties in Ottawa, 121,600, but also including, which I thought we'll put the link in the YouTube description, but of 9 neighborhoods, kind of what type of property you can get. But to that point, inventory is up, sales transactions were down 2.7%. from October 2022. However, prices are up over last year of 2.2%, which is pretty interesting. Kind of continuing to see that slow uptick, which, for October, again, to your point, Greg, it'll be interesting to see how that is affected through November and December. But with some of these, sellers being desperate and doing some of those, needing to price drop like you mentioned.
Should we have Greg go through a couple of these neighborhoods in his rapid open house 30-second? Hey, this 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom home.
Yeah, remember that? Start that again.
But it is. If we go through that article, which anyone watching on YouTube, Steven's controlling it, but maybe we can scroll down to the different neighborhoods. You can see it goes through Alta Vista, Barhaven, Blackburn Hamlet, Centertown, Canada, Kenson Park, Mooney's Bay, Revelstoke, and Orleans, Parkway Park. Actually, they got everything. They got all of them covered here. But it's very interesting to see the contrast between the different properties. And, if you go into the article, you'll be able to see it actually breaks down, what's included, how many bedrooms, washrooms, etc. So we've talked about this, but I mean, Ottawa's always been one of those kind of wacky markets. Hey, you can go one place and home's $1 million. You go to the exact same home in a different part of town and it's 8. it's like doesn't.
Yeah,
really-
these are pretty good picks for each neighborhood as averages, and because they kept it around the same age of the home as well, which I think is important for this article. They're all a little bit older, and they kind of chose ones that make sense to match. So it's a good average. I mean, you're looking at around just 710,000 for single family detached, and that's the thing. Like that's for some people, that's still affordable.
Thanks for tuning in, everyone. We hope you enjoyed today's episode. Please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe because we'd really like that.